When it comes to learning, some people, they look for the best of the best teachers. They look for people who have got experience, expertise, knowledge, and all those things. That's true. It's good to go for people who are experienced than you. We can also learn a lot of things from the young leaders. And I call that as reverse learning. And today we have got a leader who's too young in age, young in experience as well. And she is just a fifth grader all the way from Dubai. And that's Noura Binth, daughter of Rasheed and Amir Rasheed. Both Rasheed and Amir Rasheed, both of them are part of the Ledge International. And now their daughter is also a part of the Ledge International. And she is one of the leaders who completed the challenge, 23 challenges within 30 days. So Noura, welcome on board.
Thank you so much, Sensei, for having me here.
Noura, let me start with the speech competition or the challenge that you had with Ledge International. You had to go through 23 challenges, and most of the cases I have seen people taking 2 months, 3 months, and these are people who have got experienced people. They are trainers, facilitators, coaches, but they find it very much big challenge. They consider this to be a big challenge, but you, as a fifth grader, you were just doing one after the other, facing the camera, talking into the camera. How did you do that?
Well, I have always believed that if there is a will, there is a way. And I always, and my parents always encourage me to do more and tell that if you do a lot, then next time you do it, you will be able to do even more than what you do. So I know that you have to focus on one at a time.
Yep.
But sometimes, some days I am so productive and I wake up with a productive mindset that I'm able to do two. So in my last two challenges, I was able to do two interviews.
Okay.
And actually, to be honest, I have enjoyed each and every part of PSPM. I have not took it like it is a challenge, but I have not taken it like it's a hard thing. Each and everything I have enjoyed doing it because I don't know why, but especially when I'm doing the audios and videos, I feel like I'm connecting to my friends, and my mom always says to talk with your audience just like you are talking to your friends at school. So I feel like I want to do it all over again. It's such a pleasure for me to do it.
Wow, that's absolutely great, because it's always nice once you complete a challenge and then you come and do it again and again. Every time you do something, you learn something new. You brush and you learn something new. Now, you use the word PSPM. There are a lot of audience who do not know what is PSPM. What does it stand for?
It stands for Professional Speaking. PSPM, Professional Speaking and Presentation Mastery.
Exactly correct. PSPM stands for Professional Speaking and Presentation Mastery. It's 23 challenges, both audio and video. Now, before you came and became a part of Ledge International, you were speaking before that, am I right? So tell me, take us through the journey, how you became a speaker and what attracted you to become a speaker.
Well, that is an amazing question, because I am really loving the fact that you asked me that, because, well, speaking is something that I really love. First, even before I came into leadership, my mom came into PSP and all. We were a normal family, and I was a little scared to go. I was a little scared to go on stage or something like that. But after my mom and dad took me into leadership, I completely understood that speaking is such a great thing to do. And then speaking became my passion. And I continuously speak with my mom, dad, and most of the time with my grandparents also. I speak with them on phone. I just love speaking. And also doing these speeches encouraged me to do my, to excel in my language even much more better. So I started enjoying speaking and all. I don't know why, but something told me speaking is something that you are going to love and enjoy. So I started speaking, and then I noticed that speaking is really nice, and that is
I know that you are a part of breast cancer and hair donation, and you are also an accountability partner in your classroom. Am I right? Because you are given that title and you are given that sort of position by your teacher. Talk about breast cancer awareness and so forth.
Oh, okay. So, well, on October 14th,
Mm-hmm.
we celebrate it as the Pink October Day or breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And Breast Cancer Day is to encourage women who are fighting cancer
Okay.
so that they can outcome the disease without any fear or without anything that will hold them back from completing their challenges and fighting the cancer with their full energy and potential.
Mm-hmm.
And it also helps other women so that they wouldn't have to be nervous and they wouldn't have to take it like that is the end of their world, that is the end of their life. They
Mm-hmm.
can just take it like it is an opportunity for them to face their fears.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why many people celebrate it. And many people say that this is Breast Cancer Awareness Day is such a great day for women, and many women have explained in many YouTube channels and in news channels about how they have experienced breast cancer and how that helped them to outcome their fear. So that will make them courageous women, and that is gonna make them more stronger and courageous to fight the cancer.
Wow. And what was that? What was the other one with the hair? You said something with the hair. Am I right?
Yeah, hair donation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I have done a. Premi Matthew is actually, I think you know her. Do you know her?
Mm-hmm.
Premi Matthew, she owns Hair for Hope donation campaign.
Mm-hmm.
And Premi Matthew, she told me to make a speech. And Premi Matthew, she was the Hair for Hope before the years. Some years ago, Premi Matthews Hair for Hope donation, Hair for Hope campaign companies have also asked other ambassadors of my school who are now in college and all to do some speeches about it. So my my head teachers asked me to do a small speech on Hair for Hope hair donation. I spoke about it, and Premi Matthews, she just sent me an audio that she loved it. And my speech, it was mostly about how our hair donation can help other women to feel the same way that we feel. Like there are many women in this world who have a lot of hair.
Yeah.
So suppose your hair just went away when you had to go for chemotherapy or any other thing when you experience cancer. And when you outcome it, it took a long time to grow your hair. It take more a lot of years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because of that, women use their self-confidence, self-esteem, self-power, and their courage to go outside. Maybe they cannot be, maybe for a lot of months, they must have been locked up in their house without seeing outside for a lot of while. And that is why many women donate their hair. And also women are donating hair to kids who have experienced other cancers. And that is why many women are fighting cancer.
Wow. Now you believe that you are a leader and your teacher made you an accountability partner. How important is it to become a leader in life?
How important is it to become a leader in life?
Yes.
Well, it is important because that can improve the way that you behave to others. And whenever you are a leader, especially in my perspective, I'm the leader of my class. Actually, I'm also the sports leader, so everyone calls me at class now rather leader most of the time. So at my perspective, I would say that I feel really happy because I can see why my teachers tell me a leader, because many of my teachers have subscribed to my channel and they are always watching my videos, and they also ask me to do some presentation for the class.
Okay.
So for that, each and every teacher, they just adore me so much. And everyone in my class, most of them take me as someone they can like they can hold on to in the times they need me. Sometimes they have a class test to study in.
Yeah. Okay.
So my friends, they now also they were messaging me before the interview in my Teams in my online class. Now it's not online class, but for studying we take Teams because we cannot see each other face to face. So that is why they message me on Teams, Microsoft Teams, where we usually do our classes and also class tests. And I help them to study. And first day of the classes, they got very less marks. So first of all, I studied myself really nice. And then I started teaching them what I have studied and what them. And the next day itself, they got full mark and they did not leave me until they said thank you for it.
Wow.
And that is why many children, my classmates and my dear friends in my class, they always ask for help, especially in Arabic studies.
Wow.
And for that they ask me for help, and also to improve how they speak Arabic, and also other subjects such as math, science, all of those.
Wow, great. Now, as a leader, you should be having a goal. You should be having a vision. Am I right? So what is your future goal?
Well, my future goal, to be honest, I can see myself as when I'm sleeping and all, I visualize myself. Sometimes I even have I visualize myself when I'm sleeping. I just visualize myself as a girl, as a beautiful lady in some frock or some gown, addressing to thousands of people in the stage. And I can see that many people are ready to listen to my speeches, and that I'm in the future of that story. I can see that I changed many people's life in there, and I can see that many people are thanking me for that, and I can see that I feel happy myself to make others happy and to change others' lives.
Wow. So here again, when you dream about your future, you're again seeing yourself as a leader, standing on the stage and then changing the lives of people. When we had a talk this evening, you spoke about legacy. What was that?
Legacy, yes. I meant that whenever, for example, when I leave this world, I want people to still remember me. For example, we know Cleopatra.
Yes.
So Cleopatra, a lot of people know her, and she's still known, and she's an example for women. A lot of women take her as an example because she helps women to be independent and strong and to take anything. Many women are not like her, and many women take her as an example to be independent, to strong and everything.
Wow.
Another example I can say is Gandhiji, Mahatma Gandhi. He saved our India maybe a lot of years ago. Many years it can be.
Yeah.
So still he is remembered because he saved our India. He saved India.
Yes.
And he left a legacy in this world. By his name is given in history, right?
Yeah.
That is because he left a legacy and he helped many people. He saved our India from the British people to take over India and rule India and to make India not the country it is today.
Wow.
So Gandhiji helped to make India the country it is today. Like that, for example.
Wow.
That was what
who's your inspiration?
My inspiration, first of all, I would clearly say you, Sensei. Thank you so much because you have helped me through my PSP journey. And secondly, well, I take you and my parents in the equal place, equal stand. And second one, I can take, well, maybe Coach Zena and Coach Safa.
Wow. I just had an interview with Coach Zena, and I'll be having an interview with Coach Safa very, very soon. That's absolutely great. What about your school? Which school are you studying?
Gulf Indian High School, Dubai.
And do they know that you are there on YouTube? You mentioned about that. How do they see you?
No, I have not mentioned about my school.
No, but you said that your teachers, they go and watch your YouTube channel, isn't it?
Oh, yes. I have not mentioned, but I give always in my school, there's a link, WhatsApp link.
Yeah.
So my teachers, or whenever they want, I have mentioned earlier that I had a live presentation with my school for another topic. It
Okay.
was based on PSP, so I could complete one of my challenges, and my
Mhm.
principal also was there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that one.
Hmm.
I think that,
Your father is also having experience with Toastmasters. Am I right?
yes,
Now, how
he is
did your
having.
father influence you in your speech?
Oh, well, that is an amazing question because that's a good question. Nobody ever asked me that.
Hmm.
Well, my father's Manoj Vasudevan. He is the world champion of public speaking 2017.
Okay.
And my dad was a close friend of his, and both
Hmm.
of them were in Toastmasters together.
Hmm.
So me and my family used to go and watch their speeches together, and how Manoj used to give my dad awards and certificates, and they used to do the thing vice versa.
Hmm.
So that way I got inspired, and that is how. First, I was not that much of into leadership that time I used to do small speeches, but that time my speeches were not that much professional and
Hmm.
that much better and all, and my language I needed to improve it much more. And but now I am now, just by joining PSP has completely changed my life, and also the way I speak, talk, and all. And about my father, my father and mother, they always inspire me and tell me, you can do this. You are a leader. You are a true leader, and you. And whenever my father has coaching sessions, I take a chair and sit in front of him and always listen to what he has to say to his audience or the meetings he
Hmm.
goes to. And that's why I also listen to him, and some of the words and all the techniques he used for speaking techniques, I use that in my speeches sometimes. Not only that, but also my mom. When my mom was just joining PSP, even before my dad joined, I
Yeah.
used to listen to her doing PPT presentations in
Hmm.
front of USMC and Coach Zana, Coach Safa. Those times they were leaders, and now they're coaches. Those times, and many other leaders and coaches of this, she was doing with them, and she was, what do you say, I also took techniques from her, and that is
Hmm.
how I'm.
So, what is that you want to tell me now? This is the last question. And what is that you want to tell me?
I would love to speak about my own happiness leader.
Sure. Go ahead.
Happiness leader. Happiness is a state of mind, and
Hmm.
happiness is our well-being, our physical, mental, social, and emotional well-being.
Hmm.
It is our well-being. And happiness not, suppose I have a story of happiness. It's a funny story, so it's based on happiness is within us.
Okay.
My dad actually bought an Amazon book
Okay.
addressing the answer by John Assaraf
Hmm.
and Murray Smith. After my dad finished reading the book, my dad gifted it to my mom. Not gifted it, like gave it to my mom for reading. And then when my mom was midway through the book, she read a funny story,
Hmm.
and she wanted to tell me about that funny story. And
Okay.
she told me. So the story goes like this. There was a man. So he was searching for his keys, and he was searching for his keys near the bar. A
Mm.
bar. So a policeman was just inspecting the area just to see if it was safe and all, like a normal cop's job is.
Hmm.
So he saw someone who was cutting through the ground looking for something. So he asked, "Sir, is there any problem? May I help?" So the man said, "Yes. Thank you, sir, for coming. It's lucky you are here. I have lost my keys somewhere down here. I cannot seem to find it."
Hmm.
So the cop started helping the man. And when they looked each nook and corner of the area the man said he lost his keys, they could not find it at all. And the cop wanted to assure the man again. "Sir," he asked, "are you sure you lost your keys over here, or is it somewhere around somewhere else?" So the man said, well, my keys, I lost it right over here. But when I came from my car, I lost it near the area. But the street light is much more visible over here. But there is no street light where my car is. So our happiness is like that. We have to find the happiness within ourselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We cannot find happiness somewhere else or with someone else or in something else. We have to find it within ourselves, and we are born with happiness. The moment we are born, we have that happiness that God gifted us.
Absolutely. A great lesson where a person loses his key and you search under the pole, under the light. But the fact is that he had lost it somewhere else. So we have to understand from this story of John Ashraf that we have got the happiness within us, and we have to look within us rather than looking somewhere else. Ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of things that we can learn from these young leaders, and make sure that tomorrow, if you find someone who's younger to you, it doesn't matter what gender they are, make sure that if there is something that you can learn from them, go and learn from them. Throw off your ego. Take off your ego. You might be the president or the CEO of an organization. You might be a professor. You might be an engineer. You might be teaching thousands of students. It doesn't matter. There are a lot of things that we can learn from the young generation. And this is a very good example. Noura Binth. Thank you very much, Noura. It was a great pleasure and honor for having you on board.